I discovered my husband's secret life when I found a hidden phone in his gym bag. What I learned wasn't what I expected. "You're going to be late for your meeting," I called to Mark as I gathered his gym clothes for the wash. We'd been married for 12 years and our routine was comfortable, perhaps too comfortable lately. As I emptied his gym bag, something hard conked against the washing machine. A phone, not his regular iPhone that was perpetually attached to his hand, but a basic flip phone I'd never seen before. My stomach dropped. The classic secret phone. I'd read enough articles and watched enough movies to know what this meant. With trembling hands, I flipped it open. No password, just a list of text messages to someone saved simply as J. The most recent from yesterday. "For time tomorrow, I need this more than ever." I sat on the laundry room floor, my world collapsing. Mark, who kissed me goodbye every morning. Mark, who remembered every anniversary. Mark, who I thought was different. When I heard the front door close, I walked upstairs, phone clutched in my hand. He was adjusting his tie in the hallway mirror. "You forgot something," I said, my voice surprisingly steady as I held up the phone. His face drained of color, not the anger or defensiveness I expected, but something that looked strangely like shame mixed with relief. "Sit down," he said quietly. "Please." In our living room, he took a deep breath. "It's not what you think. It never is," I replied coldly. "I've been seeing a therapist," he said. "For 8 months now." I blinked, confused. "You have health insurance?" "By the secret phone? Because the therapist is for gambling addiction?" The floor seemed to shift beneath me. "Gambling? You don't gamble." "I did. I have. For years." His voice cracked. "It started with poker nights with colleagues, then sports betting, then online casinos. I lost almost $30,000 before I realized I couldn't stop. I tried to process this. But our finances, I took out a personal loan. I've been paying it back slowly. I didn't want you to know how weak I was." "Jason, my sponsor. Like FT but for gambling. He's been helping me stay clean." I scrolled through the messages. They were all about meetings, check-ins, moments of temptation, nothing romantic or sexual, because I was ashamed, he said simply. "And because gambling addicts are good at hiding things." My therapist suggested complete transparency with my sponsor, but separation from access to betting apps. A basic phone with no internet was the compromise. I looked at my husband, this man I thought I knew completely, and realized how little we sometimes understand about the people we love most. 8 months, I said. "You've been fighting this alone for 8 months. "I didn't want to disappoint you," he whispered. "I was going to tell you when I hit the 1-year mark. Prove I could beat it." I reached for his hand, but we're supposed to be a team, and sickness and health, remember? That night Mark showed me everything: bank statements, loan documents, his therapy journal. We cried together over the shame that had kept him silent and the fear that had kept me suspicious. The next day I went with him to meet Jason, the mysterious Jay who had been my husband's lifeline. And for the first time in our marriage, I sat beside Mark in a church basement full of people fighting invisible battles, holding his hand as he stood and said, "My name is Mark, and I am a gambling addict." Sometimes the secrets we fear most aren't about other lovers. Sometimes they're about the parts of ourselves we're most afraid to show, even to those who promise to love all of us.